everybody. So I'm going to be doing, I haven't started yet, but I'm going to be doing a spoily reading vlog for The Shining by Stephen King. So, and this is also one of the books that I am reading for the horror challenge bingo that's going on, that Sarah from Wicked Reading is the host of. I finished one book so far for that, and that was The Highwaymen, and that was for like I forget which one it was for. I'll tell you guys, even though it ain't for this vlog, but still, I just want to talk about it since I just did finish it. And then I could tell you guys what it was. And then I'll tell you what this, well, I already know what this one's for. But anyways, I'll tell you. So I'm not going to show you the book, but I'm just going to tell you. So, the one I read, first, since I'm already by The Shining one, the one that I'm reading The Shining for is Seen on the Big Screen, a book, of course, that was seen on the big screen. And then the hard mode is you haven't seen the film or read the book. I think that's what it is. And I have not seen The Shining. I've never read The Shining. So, and then the other one that I just got done finishing, the first book I finished for this, that challenge, even though it's not going to be in this one. I'll probably talk about another one as well. It was Jonder Bending, or Jonder, how do you say it? Bending, combine horror with another Jonder. And then the hard mode was must combine with a genre you don't typically read. And I read The Highwaymen by L. Evelyn. And yeah, and that was definitely the hard mode because I've read, I read Mel romances, but I don't read horror and I don't read a lot of erotic, even though I do read a lot of, like, you know, smutty books, like, you know, but not erotic like this book was. So, and even if I did read erotica, like I said, erotica, it's also horror. So, but anyways, we're not here to talk about that one. We are here to talk about, and I'm going to be doing the spoiler reading vlog for The Shining. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm not going to rush through it. There's also, I guess it was this person that annotated it, because there's a name, Lucia, L-U-C-I-A, I don't know how you say it, M-U-R, that did some annotations. So I'm also going to read to you guys what the last reader, well, one of the readers, whichever reader it was, what they underlined and what they said. So, like, I'll show you guys, I'll talk to you guys about what let me find the first one and then I'll tell you, like, what that said. Like I said, it's going to be spoiler. So the first time she underlined something, or he, was on page 22, chapter 3, which is called Watson. And then she underlined this, like a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not going to read to you out loud right now. I'll read to you out loud later, but I'm just trying to give you an example. See, she highlighted all that. And then this part, and then she wrote down, abuse to children is not normal, and the adults all know this. So that's what she wrote for the first one. So I'm going to read, like, different things that she wrote, because at the beginning she wrote a lot. Towards the end, I don't think this, whoever wrote it, whoever did this annotation, I don't think they did anything towards the end that I'm seeing. But, like, at least half to 3/4 of this book has a lot of whoever had this before me. It was probably before me. You never know how many people got this used. But anyways, so I'm excited to read it. I don't even know really what The Shining's about. I don't know if it's like the hotel and it's haunted. I'm not really sure. But we'll find out together. Well, I'll find out as you guys will. Yeah. But anyway, so this is going to be fun. So this is going to be, like I said, a spoiler reading vlog for that. And I'll tell you what I got down for my tabs. I have Jack, Danny, side characters, favorite quotes and lines, scares the hell out of me, descriptions I love or that I think are interesting, things to look back on. Why author? Why? That's just, you know, stuff that Stephen King wrote that I'm like, why the hell did you put it in there? You know what I mean? What the freaking F moments and the annotations. I wanted to annotation. I wanted to have an annotation tab for the person that annotated, for I could look back. And then I forgot one. I'm going to put one more because I like to look back. I don't think I put down to look. Oh, yes, I did. Never mind. I did put things to look back on. That's usually like my annotation, some of the things I want to look back at that I annotated. So, yeah. So, those are what I'm going to be annotating. And these are the pretty colors that I chose. But I don't know if I'm going to start this tonight. If I do, maybe I'll give you my first thoughts. Otherwise, whenever I get a chance to read it, I will give you my first thoughts of the book. Okay, I'll talk to you guys when I talk to you guys. Bye now. Oh, and let's record what day we are on. This is Saturday, October 12th. Okay, bye. Happy Sunday evening, everybody, the 13th of October. I started reading The Shining by Stephen King. Like I said, this is going to be spoily, so yeah. I'm sure a lot of people have read this before. Like I said, there's also annotations from the person. I don't know if it was the person before me or the person before the other person. Who knows? But somebody edited it. I mean, not edited it, annotated it. So, like, I already told you about one of the ones. They highlighted about like abuse. Well, that ain't the one I'm looking for. Hold on a minute. Let me find it. So, like, there's a part where they're talking about he asks his mom why his daddy got fired, and and the mom was saying something about how the boy put like potholes. No, wait a minute. Yeah, he put potholes in the dad's the boy did, not his son, but a different boy. Did that to his dad, to the tires, and the dad caught him after school, and then he did something to him. And then he was like, did he hurt Georgie Hoffeld like the time I spilled all his papers? So we're talking, so apparently he's abusive. I put down, so Jack is an abusive a-hole. And then there's the part that he was thinking about, Danny was thinking back about it, about what happened to him because of his dad. And it's all, like, that's what this is all underlined. If you could see all the yellow, where that was why. And then there's a whole, almost another whole page. And she put down, abuse to children is not normal, and the adults all know this, or something like that. I put down, because he was an alcoholic and stuff, I put down, I agree with this, talking about the girl, what the one that annotated it said, and then I put down, an alcoholic is no freaking excuse. And then there's a part where, let me find it. The dad, this is the part where where he's talking, let me see. Yeah, he's getting this job at the hotel, if you guys read it, I mean, watched it and read the book, I guess you know. And he's talking about, like, these deaths that took place, but first he's talking stuff that I don't even want to repeat because it's so ugh. like talking about women's. Stephen King has this thing about women's breast. And then I put down after what the person said, again with women's breast. What else did I say? It's sorry, because I got it. What you call it? Why, Stephen? And I put a question mark. And then the way he talks about women, I put down the way you talk about women. And then that person that annotated before me, started annotating on page 33. Like I said, this guy is talking about all these different people that died in the hotel, and the annotator put down, why is he so passive while saying this? And then I put down, I would be screaming and yelling. I should have put down screaming and yelling and getting the hell out of there, but I didn't. And then I put, all these deaths are just such a red flag. I wouldn't want to work there. And then he's talking about stuff. Poor Grady feeling it is closing in on him every day and knowing at last that for him spring would never come. He shouldn't have been here and he shouldn't have lost his temper. I'm like, yet you're still going to stay and work there. And then I should have put down, but you lost your temper, because he says yet, and he shouldn't have lost his temper, but yet he lost his temper and hurt his son. And then it says, as he followed Watson through the door, the words echoed back to him like a knell, accompanied by a sharp snap, like a breaking pencil lead. Dear God, he could use a drink, or 1,000 of them. And the person put down, foreshadowing? I put, yes. And then we go to Danny. He's talking about like an imaginary friend and how shadows and stuff, yeah, like time and losing time and stuff, and his imaginary friend, or his friend, I don't know if he knows he's imaginary, but anyways, and then the person that annotated said, great example of imaginary, and then the person said, how shadows and light play against each other in the dark, or in the night, And then there's a whole section where he's talk about, he knows many things about his parents, blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. And then then this is where the prior person that annotated it said, he is more afraid about divorce than murder. And I put down, kids think divorce is more scarier, I guess. And then there's some other stuff going on. I think it's about the imaginary friend. Yeah, this is where we find out that he's losing time, and this is when the one prior to me, realizes it too. When Tony comes to visit him, he loses time. And then, like, yeah, he just talks about, like, all this stuff, and I put down, like, poor Danny, I would be so scared. I would be scared as hell. Yep. Tony is going to cause a lot of death and misery in this book. Because of how violent he sounds. But then, I'll tell you something in a minute. And then I was wondering if since he's losing time, is if he's either, does he have a DID, you know, where you have more than one person, or is he being possessed? I was wondering. And then Danny mentions something about Alice in Wonderland, and I'm like, is this Alice in Wonderland in reference to something that's going to come, or is it foreshadowing for something that's going to come, or, yeah. So that's what I said. I already told you about the Danny part. And then he says something like poison. Tony said from floating darkness, poison. I put down Tony is really creepy. And then this is where the annotator says, other signs flicker past his eyes, some in green lettering. Some of them on boards and struck at leaning angles into the snowdrifts. No swimming danger. Lives where the something condemn high voltage. Something, I don't know, some other stuff that it says. And then, I mean, is what the person annotated, underlined, and then the person said Tony is warning Danny about the Overlook, which is a place that is mentioned in here. I think it might be the hotel, right? If I'm not mistaken. And then there's a line here that says, come out, you little shit, take your medicine. And that's what the person highlighted in yellow, and then put down father on son violence. And then there's, this person keeps saying, red drum, something like that. Red drum. And then she put that little line and then the little dot, and she put red drum equals murder, and then the line and the dot again. Exclamation point, I guess that's what it is. I put down that it was a very important word. I'm almost done, you guys. I know this is long. This is probably going to be a long video because I want to go over things. And then, again, with the come on and take your medicine, take it like a man part. And, yeah, then he's telling him, like, you know, he's telling him, like, to leave, to please, that he's scaring him. So he does leave. And then before he leaves, he says, be careful, Doc. That's what, I think that's what Danny's dad calls him, as Doc. So, and then he's talking about how Tony was gone and Daddy's battered red bug was turning the corner and shining up the street, fair and blue smoke. And then he's saying something about his daddy swung the VW into the curb, killed the engine, and opened the door. Danny ran towards him and then froze. His eyes widened. His heart crawled up in the middle of his throat and frozen solid. Middle of his throat and frozen solid beside his daddy. In the other front seat was a short-handled mallet. Its hand clotted with blood and hair. And then the one that annotated this said, first hint maybe of his father's capability of murder. And then I put down, so the thing Danny is sharing with, the thing Tony is sharing with Danny are things to come, ? So is Tony good and trying to help Danny, ? Because I'm not sure still. I'm kind of confused. Like, I never read, like I said, the book or anything like that. I mean, the book prior, or I never watched the movie, so I'm curious. That's it. That's where we are at. 50 pages in. I didn't get much read, but I read for over an hour, but I didn't get many pages because I annotated, and I was having a good time. And then we had dinner and everything and watched movie, because on Sunday is usually dinner and a movie for us. We watch a movie and, you know, spend time as a family together, so for a few hours. So that's what we try to do every Sunday. So yeah, and that's where I'm at right now. I don't know if I'm going to read any more of this tonight, just because I kind of want to read a little bit in Air by Sabaa Tahir. So we'll see. Maybe I'll read a little bit more of this. I'm very curious. I would like to try to, like, maybe, I don't know how many pages that is. Part 2 starts on, part 1 ends on page 82. And I'm on, like I said, 51 or 50, in the middle of 50. So I might finish the next 32 pages and then quit for tonight, because then I'll be on part 2, which is called Closing Day. So yeah, I'm really interested This one is going better than The Shine. I mean, then not the show. Oh my gosh, than Misery. So I'll just let you guys know that. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to keep reading. So yeah, like I said, this is gonna be a really long video, even though it's one book, because I'm gonna be like talking about the person that annotated, what they say and what I said, and then what I write as well. So this is gonna be like a big, you know, part of what I'm gonna be doing. Hope you guys don't mind, but I guess you guys won't watch if you don't like the me, you know, doing that. Like the person that annotated this does it a lot, but not at once. Like we'll get another one in a couple seconds, and then every couple of maybe like 3 to 5 chapters, maybe even longer, we'll go without. I mean, pages will go without the person either highlighting or writing. Sometimes they'll highlight and not write anything, and sometimes they'll write and not highlight. So yeah, but I'm gonna let you guys go because this is already a long beginning and update. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys all when I've read more and I have more to say. Bye for now. Hi everybody, happy Monday. Yeah, Monday evening. It is the 14th of October. Sorry about my hair. I know it looks but yeah, I made an appointment to get this taken care of, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. But I was trying this thing, and then I should have took a shower afterwards. But I was trying this stuff for like your skin, supposed to soften it when you're in the tub and you take your bath. And I forgot to go into the shower real quick to rinse and to wash my hair afterwards. So instead, I just washed it in, not thinking. Anyways, but we're not here to worry about my hair. I haven't read much more, but I did read a little bit last night before I went to bed. And then today I haven't read anything because I was reading some in air. But anyways, so the last time we updated, I think I told you about sharing things with Danny. And I was saying, is Danny good or bad? Then we are with Jack, and Danny's with him, and he wants to go and call somebody. So he has Danny stay in the vehicle. He's trying to call somebody named Al Shockley. This is one of the spots that is annotated already. About pay Perry to start a little savings account. In his drinking days, there had never been a penny left over, even though Al Shockley had stood a great many of the rounds. He and Wendy had begun to talk cautiously about finding a house and making a down payment in a year or so. And then, this is what the annotation says. Jack has been fighting inner demons. His anger goes beyond drinking. This harms his family. And then he's thinking back, and he's talking about like how they were out, him and what was the guy's name? Al or Arthur? Was it Arthur? Did I say his name was already? I always forgot. Al? Yeah. And yeah, I'm not sure if that was yet, but that's what we find out, is that they went out and they think they hit somebody, but they can't find anybody. But here is another annotation where this person that had the book, the annotated, said, those were the times that his mind would turn thoughtful and sanely to the gun or the rope or the razor blade. The quote said, the annotation note says, Jack hates himself for drinking until the next drink. Very true. I didn't write anything, but I should have said, yep. I agree with this. Yeah. This is when they're talking. He's thinking back when he thinks he hit somebody, but they can't find anybody. And then she put down, his guilt, even though Jack was not driving, causes him to stop drinking. So that's basically all they're talking about that we've learned. Is that something happened and they don't know. They can't find anybody, but they think that that they hit somebody, but they couldn't find anybody. They said they'd search and stuff, so I don't know. And then we go into the mother's thinking and stuff like that. And she's thinking back about before she marries, and then, I mean, as she's getting ready to marry, when she was getting ready to marry. What is his name? Jack? I already forgot what I said. Yeah. You talk about the wedding. Her father had been there. Her mother had not been. She discovered she could live with that if she had Jack. Then Danny had come, her fine son. And this person, that's what this person underlined. And then it said, Wendy's tries to forget her dysfunctional family. Talk about her mom, about Wendy's mom and dad. Stuff like that. Yeah. And then she's thinking back about, like, things that happened, like her son, and being, like, him hurting their son. And she talked about how it feels like Danny, I mean, that even though Jack did what he did to Danny, he, like, is really, you know, he still wants to be his dad, you know what I mean? Like, she thinks that he loves his dad more, basically. That's what they're saying. And then the, says, Jack's alcohol use usually leads to him harming his family. And then she's talking about other things, like she said, sometimes when she felt like herself, she wondered what it would be like for Danny, and dreaded the day when he grew old enough to lay blame. And then this person underlined, Wendy's feels guilty because signs of abuse are there, and she ignores them. I put down, children should always be protected at all costs. She should feel guilty as hell. I said that in regards to, like, how the person that annotated it before me was talking about how she feels guilty. Wendy feels guilty. So, and then I think we go to Danny again. Yeah. And Tony again. So, I don't know about Tony. But yeah. But he keeps seeing the word Redrum. So. And now I'm on part 2, which is called Closing Day. And it's chapter 8. And chapter 8 is called A View of the Overlook. But part 2, the whole thing is called Closing Day. So, that's where we're at. So, yeah. That's where we are at since I last updated you. Well, actually, I'm a couple pages over that, I think. I just can't find my other thing. Oh, I took it out right here. I think I read like a page after that, but anyway, it don't matter. That's where I'm at right now. I will update you guys. I probably won't update you guys for a while. I don't know when I'm going to pick this up. Right now I want to pick back up Air because I'm just in the mood for Air. So it might be a couple of days before I pick this back up. Yeah, I'm going to try not to, like, I'm not going to, like, go into everything. But I know later on there is no more, annotations. These might be in a couple of parts, just so it won't be so freaking long. But I know there's annotations at least to page 362 off and on. I don't know if there's any other ones. I'm trying to look without spoiling myself, but I don't want to spoil myself, so. Gosh, sorry, you guys. Alexa keeps listening. Quit listening, Alexa. I'll tell you, this thing drives me nuts. I don't know if there's any more annotations, like, after that page, like I said. I don't know if this person didn't finish the book, or if they just got tired of annotating, or they just didn't have nothing else to say. But yeah, So I'm going to let you guys go, and I will update you guys probably once I read like 150 pages more. I'm probably going to try to at least get to part 3, which I don't know where that starts. Yeah, I'm not sure when part 3 starts. But I'll either do that, update you once I get to chapter 3, or a little past chapter 3. We'll see. Yeah. Bye. Hi everybody, happy Thursday. I don't know when I updated you guys last. Today's the first day that I was able to pick back up The Shining, so I read a tiny bit more. I forgot what I said I was on last time. I haven't read much more. I think I was like on... Let's see. I think I was on whatever the name of the thing is, was where I left off, I think. Let's see. Yeah. I think the last time I updated you, I just finished part 1, which ended on page 90 or 82, or I just read a couple of pages in the part 2 closing day. I can't remember now. So they are going up. They're going over the thing to get to the place where they're going to be staying, and the dad's going to be working. And nothing really happens there. He just gets a weird feeling because of something that... What was his imaginary friend's name? I'm still trying to remember his... Well, what they say is imaginary. Timmy? No. Tammy? No. Tommy? No. What's the name? Whatever his imaginary friend name is. Anyway, he was thinking about what that person, what he was saying. And then they go inside. They get there. They go inside. They see Mr. Eldman, the asshole. And then, yeah. Let's see. There's an annotation where they were talking about, like, let me see. Flattery. They were talking about flattery, and he didn't understand what flattery means. And they were trying to explain to him. And I think it still went over his head. Anyways, let me see. And then they were talking about, like, how, like, he would, like, the dad says something about the mom, and he doesn't really mean it, but he says it just to be, like, you know. Anyways, you know what it means. Anyways, and then he said he still don't understand. And then, but he says when she's been happy, he wished he liked it as well as she did. But he kept telling himself over and over that the things... Oh, Tony. So she's liking the hotel so far, and he's wishing that he could, but he remembers what Tony showed him. But then he remembers that not everything that Tony shows him comes true. And then, the one that had it prior to me said, Tony is warning him the overlook is dangerous, and then Tony predictions are based on the state of mind. That's what the prior annotator said. And then, nothing really... Oh, then he can hear things. Like other people's thoughts, especially if they're being loud and stuff like that. And that was a funny part. Like, he didn't understand why, like, the girl, like, the lady was wanting to be in the guy... say something about wanting to get into the guy's, the bellboy, or whatever you want to call it, pants. And he was like, why would she want to get in somebody's pants? Anyways, I thought that was hilarious. And then we meet, what is his name? Halloran? Which is the one that does the cooking. And we find out that he is the same as Danny. And yeah, she, the prior annotator reader wrote down for the next 10 minutes, blah, blah, blah. He talks about the food, the amount. Wendy can't believe how much amount of food there was, blah, blah, blah. And then the prior reader said, Wendy is aware of the extreme isolation. And then she was thinking about, like, what if happened if the place caught on fire, blah, blah, blah. Anyways. Let me see. Oh, they were the one, Hallerman, how do you say his name? Called Danny, Doc, and they're like, how do you know that, his name is Doc? That we call him Doc. And the guy's like, pardon? He goes, Danny, we call him Doc sometimes, like in the Bugs Bunny cartoons. And then the guy's like, looks sort of like a Doc, doesn't he? Anyways, and then Danny giggles and says something to the guy, and then the prior reader said, sure, you don't want to go, Hallerman said, sure, you don't want to go to Florida, dude, and the prior reader wrote, highlighted that in pink, and then he said, and then the prior one said, Halloran, how do you say his name, is shining on Danny. And I put down, he's doing something, that's for sure. And then earlier when they were a few things up, when they were asking about how did you know we call him Doc, I put down, that is very strange. Also interesting development. And then nothing really goes on there. And then they're talking about like food, different kinds of fishes, and Hallerman, how do you say his name? He forgets his name, and he's like, what is it? I forgot, didn't slip my mind for a minute. And then Danny says, Dick to your, Mr. Hallerman, Dick to your friends. And then he says, that's right, and you're being a friend. And you're being a friend, you make it Dick. Something like that. You can call it me Dick, whatever. Anyways, Jack and Wendy exchange a puzzled glance, both of them trying to remember if Hallerman had told them his first name. I put down, they can tell something is weird and not right. And then, nothing really happens. Besides, yeah. Anyways, nothing really happens. They do mention something about make sure that you don't put poison down or something like that. Only traps for the rats. And then before he's getting ready to leave, before he leaves, he wants Danny to go into the car with him, for he can talk to Danny. And he's like talking about the shine, that he can sense the shine on the boy, whatever. And then the prior person said, Halloran, how do you say his last name, is extremely impressed by Danny's ability. And then he talks about hold on a minute, you guys. Anya wants up. Come on. Come on. She's being really needy today. Like, really hanging on me. Anyways. Then we find out that he is also as shining. Because, yeah. Anyways, he calls it the shining. He said, what you got, son, I call it shining on the Bible, because it's having a vision. And there's a scientist that calls it, how do you say that word? I always forget how you say that word. I read up on it, son. I study on it. They all mean see in the future. Do you understand that? Danny nodded against Hallerman's coat. And then, yeah, he's just talking about, like, how sometimes he's talking about how sometimes his don't come true. So, yeah. But he told him to stay out of room 217, which you know is going to be something very important because 217 is right there. So you know that's important, just like you know Redmond, or Red, how do you say that word? Red Drum, whatever it is going to be important because that's on the cover. Anyways, he tells him to stay out of that room. Yeah. He says something about that he doesn't think that what's in the hotel will hurt him. But then when Danny leaves and before he goes into the house, after Danny goes into the house, he's thinking he doesn't think that anything can hurt him. But what if he's wrong? He knows that this was the last season at his last season at the Overlook, and that he saw something in the bathroom of 217 that was worse than any picture in any book. And from here, the boy runs to his mother. Looks so small. I don't think his eyes drift down to the topiary animals. Anyways, so something is definitely going on in room 217. And then Danny's like, the guy, the asshole, I don't like him, is showing them around. Sorry, it's loud, these birds. But he's showing them around, and he sees, this fire extinguisher. And I don't know what it is about the fire extinguisher, but he does not like it. Yeah. And then, he's talking about, like, how, when he goes past, what room was it? The room, I think it was? It said that somewhere he sees great splashes of dried blood flickered with tiny bits of grayish-white tissue clotted the wallpaper. It made Danny feel sick. It was like a crazy picture drawn in blood, a surrealist etching of a man's face drawn back in terror and pain, the mouth yawning and half the head polarized. So if you should see something, he's thinking back about what the guy said. If you see something, close your eyes, blink your eyes, turn away, and you won't see it anymore. So that's what he does. The prior reader says Danny's seeing the violence and horror of the Overlook. Yeah. So that's about all, I guess, that really happened from where I'm at. Yeah. I don't trust this guy, but I also, yeah. I don't know who you're not supposed to trust, but I don't trust any of these two guys. Watson I don't trust, and I especially don't trust Ullerman, because I think they said somebody in Watson's family is the one that had the hotel first. And now, of course, Mr. Ullman, however you say his name, owns it, or runs it, and I don't like him. Like, he's hiding something. I just don't know what it is. I don't know if both of these guys had something to do with all these deaths. Something's going on with all these deaths in that room. So did somebody die violently in that room, and that's why they don't want them to go in that room? I'm confused. So I'm trying to figure that out. But anyways, this is going to be a very long video, so I am sorry. But I really want to go over the stuff. It is so good and so deep. There's so much stuff. Each chapter, basically, you're learning more and more crazy things. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to continue on after this book, because I know Dr. Sleep is going to have Danny in it. We'll see. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go, and I don't know when I'll update you guys next. I'm hoping to read, I don't think I'm going to read any more in this today, because I want to read Air. Tomorrow I'll probably read some. And I don't know about Saturday, Sunday. I don't know about maybe Monday if I don't get to it. I know next Wednesday I'm getting my hair done. So, and next weekend Rob will be home as well as this weekend. So, yeah. I won't have as much time to read the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, especially on the weekend. So, we'll see. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. And I'll talk to you guys when I talk to you guys. Bye for now. Hi everybody, happy Friday evening. I'm almost done with this, so I wanted to give you a quick spoily review. I mean, not review, but update. And then I'm going to finish it up, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. I'm not going to go too much into it. The one that did the stuff, you know, annotated it, she really didn't say much more, a little bit, but nothing that really too important, so, yeah. But, man, stuff is going down. Like, he hit his son again. He did some other things. He tried to hurt his wife. Yeah, he is like, yeah, he's crazy. Something really got into the house. That's what it is. The house really got into him and is trying to make him kill everybody. And yeah. And what is his name? The guy that I like. I cannot think of his name. But I like the one guy. Starts with the A, or at least his last name starts with A. H, like Helleran? I'm not sure. Where is it? Sorry if it's loud. They're watching something out there. It's Halloran? I forget what his first name is, but that's his last name. Like, we just got to the, like, he was calling for him, Danny was, and yeah, and he's getting closer to them, but like, they just, like, just now they took, why am I forgetting his name? Jack? Is it Jack? Yeah, Jack. They just took Jack and was putting him, like, in a closet or something. Like, they're trying to, like, keep him, like, out of the main part of the house, because the house is what's getting into him and making him want to kill them and stuff. So it's very intriguing, but that's basically what's going on. I mean, other things happened, of course. There was a lot of creepy moments, but it's really good. It feels like it's going to be a 5-star. One of the things she said is mother was unable to protect children from dad. Mother, yeah. Like, she said something like that about something, but yeah. But it was creepy, like, earlier in the book when, he went into that hotel, I mean, into the room, the, 327, or 217, I mean, and when he was getting out, the lady, the dead lady was, like, starting to strangle them and stuff. Yeah, so much stuff went down in this book. It's really good, I'm loving it, but that's all I'm going to talk about, and I'll be back once I finish it and give you my final thoughts. So, sorry you guys, I had to delete a part that had music in it, so I was just going to say I'll talk to you guys when I'm finished. Bye. Happy Sunday, everybody. I finished this the last time I updated you, that day, same day, but I just was busy yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to come on yesterday, and then, so, today's Sunday, because I think it was Friday that I updated you guys, and I finished this. My brain right now is mush mash, but I really liked it. Gave it 5 stars, more like a 4.5 to a 4.75. Like I said, I do not like when he talks about women's breasts like that, and when he uses the in word and the cute word. So, but I love Danny, and I liked the side character of Halloran. I'm not sure how you say the guy's last name, but it did get really like woo 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 in this book. So, yeah, I really liked it. So, 5 stars. That's it. I'm not gonna go into any more spoilers, so yeah, I just wanted to do those two are my favorite, so yay. And I'm thinking about maybe next year buying Dr. Sleep. Yeah, Dr. Sleep. So, I still have, hold on a minute, I'll be right back, I gotta sneeze. Okay. I was gonna say, I really, I mean, that I have some other Stephen King books that I want to read. So, and after I read Carrie, which will probably be next week, we're trying to think how many days we got left before the 1st. Let me see. Ow. Ooh, sorry you guys, I'm dealing with some heartburn, so ooh, it just hurts to even cough. Let's see. Today's the 20th, so I'm probably gonna start the spinner. I'm gonna do like a spinner wheel type of reading, and Carrie's gonna be on there. So I'm probably gonna start that on Friday or Saturday, so the 25th or the 26th. And then the last day of the month is the 31st, which is on a Thursday. So I'll probably start it that Saturday. That way it'll give me Saturday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or maybe I will start it on Friday because that's 7 days with the spinner wheel. Choose my books for the last week of October. Maybe I'll do something like that. But anyways, that is going to be the end of this reading vlog. Hope you guys like this. I really am happy that I loved The Shining. Like I said, just those few things are like, so. But I'm very curious about Dr. Sleep because it is Danny and helping a little kid. But yeah, it was creepy in the right spots. Yeah, I really liked it. So yay, Stephen King. This is my favorite Stephen King so far. But I still have Carrie, I have 11, 22, 63, and The Dead Zone. Those are 3 that I need to read before I buy any more Stephen King books. So that is it. Let me know what you thought about the video. And I hope you guys all are doing well. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. You guys know the drill. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you'll know whenever I put up a spoiler reading vlog or just a theme reading vlog or anything like that. And until next time, happy readings. Thanks for being awesome, and I'll talk to you guys later.